Hello there. What is going on, everybody? Today we've got a Wookiee Warriors preview for Star Wars Legion. Wookiees and Chewbacca are actually supposed to be coming out within a week. So if you're lucky, you might just have them Thursday. And so once we get a hold of those here, I will be definitely unboxing them and giving you a close-up first-hand look. But for now, we'll have to make do with this preview. So let's go ahead and dive into this. Before I do that, though, I want to remind you guys there is still time to enter to win that Super Star Destroyer giveaway for Star Wars Armada in the form of a Cool Stuff gift card. You can enter to win that. All you have to do is become a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. And it's as simple as that. I will be announcing the winner on the 21st of this month, just in time for the holidays. And hopefully everybody is subscribed and entered to win. Good luck to you. And we'll take a look there. And there's also more giveaways going on. So if you're watching this and it's too late, if you're watching this on like the 22nd or something like that, I always have more giveaways. So still all kinds of reasons to subscribe. A lot of gaming content that we're going to talk about here. We have the Wookiee Warriors here. We can see the painted models. These guys, if you are not super comfortable with your painting skills, they're going to be very, very easy because you can just prime them in black and do like a dry brush of brown over the top and then maybe take a little silver and just hit the armor. You're done. It'll be so easy. And then, of course, if you have more skill, you can go ahead and add a little bit more detail, do the toenails, the fingernails, you know, detail the armor a little bit more, maybe get the whites of their eyes, and maybe make some a little bit gray-haired, some a little bit red-haired, some a little bit more brown, maybe some like with more black in their fur. You know, there's all kinds of fun little things you can do here, but they're gonna, like, Wookiees are a great starting point for painters, but, you know, or any type of hairy animal, because you can just get that black primer on there and then there's a dry brush of brown over the top, and it's just, you have the natural depth and the, you know, just very looks real easy. So that's kind of cool. We do get our 3D rendering still here, and I love that they do these now so we can get a good idea of how the mold would look, and this is going to be a pretty good idea of how they're going to look directly out of the box once you assemble them and base them. They're looking pretty good, actually. I think I really like the faces on them too. Since the Legion minis, like, this is a unit we already got in Imperial Assault, but since the Legion minis tends to have a little more detail and tend to be a higher quality of miniature, I think these guys are going to look really well. I'm probably going to get 2 of them myself. I'm not sure if I'll want to go for 3 because we do have multiple instances of special forces now with, you know, the saboteurs, and now we've also the commandos rather, and we've also got those pathfinders coming out someday, you know, and so there's gonna be plenty of options for rebel special forces. We get a close-up look at the Wookiee Warrior card here. I did kind of zoom this in a little bit, so that's why it's a little bit blurry, a little pixelated, but their point cost is pretty decent, you know, at only 75 points. They're not that expensive, and they have a lot of toughness to them. I mean, look at, first off, all right, we're getting 3 miniatures in the base unit, plus we can add a heavy weapons guy. So comparable to Royal Guard, you know, in the same way you can add the heavy weapons, and you're also getting 3. But they got 3 health each. So that's 9 total hits it's going to take to kill these guys. So these, or 12 if you're running, I mean, this is maybe the toughest unit ever, right? Possibly, who knows? So really, really tough units, hard to kill. That's gonna be, I think, their biggest claim to fame, is that you can't bring these guys down. And in a game where having at least 1 trooper still alive can help you take an objective, I think they may actually be really good, and maybe really good and competitive as far as objective play. They are speed 2, so they can still get around the battlefield fairly easily, and some things are going to make them even easier for that. With their expert climber and unhindered abilities, they can really get around you know, easily. Now, they're going to be shot a lot. Indomitable means they're going to roll red defense dice instead of white. So basically, you'll be rolling during your rally step. However many surge you have, you would normally roll a white die. Well, these guys get to roll red dice, so you're probably going to clear out all of your suppression, or almost all of your suppression, every round. So the chances of these guys panicking is very, very low. And of course they have charge, which is an amazing ability, especially for a speed 2 with unhindered. You can just, you know, you can move twice and then still attack, so they can really get up close and personal and do a lot of damage. If you've got all 3 or potentially even 4 alive, they're going to be rolling 2 black dice each, and they do have that surge to hit. So these guys are offensively very dangerous. Now they don't have surge to crit, and they don't have impact natively, so they're not going to do as well against vehicles, but these guys are going to be really nasty against other enemy troopers and anything that doesn't have armor, because they will literally rip your arms off. And I think it would be really cool to see somebody mod these and have like arms in their hands. I might actually, because I have some extra rebel troopers I'm not using that are kind of like my junk rebel troopers, I may see about getting their arms ripped off and like glued to the hands. Let me see who would be, well, let's go back. Maybe like this guy who's got the sword up in the air. Actually, no. I think it's going to be the one, the third one from the left, whose hands are like this. I could have him holding arms, both like holding arms as weapons, and those could be the arms of a fallen enemy. That's an idea. All right. Or I'm going the wrong way. All right, let's go back to the unit card here. I'm all over the place. So we're going to talk about the rest. So they have 2 black dice with their Rick Blade for melee. They have a black and a white with their ranged attack, which is not half bad. However, it's only range 1 to 2. So they want to be close range anyway. So the key here is that you're not going to be able, if you're going to do a ranged attack, you're not going to be able to double move and shoot, because they have charge. So they only get the double move and attack if it's a melee attack, which is fine. I mean, they're still very, you're getting a lot for your points. And it's 2 dice per mini, so if with just a bare bones unit, you're still rolling 6 dice there. With the heavy weapons guy, you're going to roll 8 dice, which is not bad. And some of them are black, so you're getting black and white. But the surge to hit makes that a little bit better. Now we've got, for upgrades, we've got heavy weapon, we got 2 training, we got equipment and grenade. So a lot of options, but the double training is just really, really nice. So we can really get some good combinations of things. 2 courage. I could see arguments that maybe they should be higher. And I think maybe this is one of those things where gameplay balance. 2 courage is pretty good. I would have liked them to be higher than that, but I understand if it was any higher than that, it might be a little bit unfair. All right, so let's keep going. Now we also get the Bowcaster Wookiee as the heavy weapons option here, and this one is real nice. First off, it's the second weapon, so you can split fire, which is always good. It also gives you that range 3 attack. So they do have the 1 shot at range 3. And it's got a red and a white die, considering you already have offensive surge to hit. That's not half bad. It's got impact 1 and pierce 1. So this one can actually reliably get a damage through on vehicles. You're going to probably have that 1 hit. Even if you roll a surge, you just have to, only way it wouldn't get damage through is if you roll 2 blanks. Because you're going to get 1 hit probably at least, or at least a surge that you can convert to a hit. Then you apply impact, and then you have pierce, so you're going to cancel it. So the only way you won't hurt somebody is that they have impervious, or maybe they have some type of cover, like a speeder or something like that. So pretty good chances of actually getting damage through. So the Bowcaster Wookiee is good for that, and also you can just add it to your normal attack and just have a red instead of a black on there. But it's also an extra 3 hit points on your unit, so it's 35 points. It's a very expensive heavy weapons unit, but you're getting a whole lot for this particular upgrade. It's giving you impact, it's giving you pierce. I mean, pierce is just good all around. And impact's obviously good against armor, but impact and pierce together are really, really nice, especially against things like ATRTs, those mid-range units that have armor, that every little hit really matters, especially if it's going to be the 1 point that puts them into rolling that red die to see what breaks. So passing the resilience value is really, really nice. We also get they're also going to come with Recon Intel, which is nice. So again, we got this with the Royal Guards already. Scout 1 is just really great for getting objectives. It's also worth pointing out that this does stack with other Scout abilities. So if you've got, and some people asked me about this recently, so just to reiterate, if you've got a rebel a unit that already has Scout, a Rebel Commando or an Imperial Scout Troopers. This is going to increase that Scout value. It's not going to give you 2 separate instances of Scout, so it's not like you're going to be able to move and then move again. That would be even further because you factor in the size of the base. So if you already have Scout 2 and you equip Recon Intel, then you're going to have Scout 3. So instead of doing a Speed 2 move and then a Speed 1 move, you're going to do a single Speed 3 move. You're not going to do multiple Scout moves. It's only when you're deploying you get to do a single move, and then the Scout instances are going to stack together to be one bigger move. So if you have Scout 1 and you equip this, then you'll have Scout 2. If you have no Scout value and you equip this, then you will have Scout 1. If you are not able to move, like you're that 1 FD turret, you equip this and do nothing, right? So unless of course you are on that one map that says that units lose unhindered during deployment and then gain it again back after. Anyway, I'm talking way too much about Recon Intel. Fragmentation grenades are also going to come here. I love the Death Trooper art, right? But the fragmentation grenades are coming, and they're a good unit. It's a really good grenade. You know, it gives you that surge to crit, and you know, maybe you find yourself that you want to throw. I don't really see myself using fragmentation grenades on these guys as much, and then we get tenacity, which is great. We can see the upgrades that come in the spread here as well, and that's pretty much all. I think we're probably also getting the one that has Bosk on there. That's I think the same one that we got in the other one. So you know, tenacity is really good for these guys, but the fragmentation grenades, let's be honest, they already have offensive surge, so I don't know if I would really use fragmentation grenades all that much. I mean, it would be decent against the vehicle. I could see that. But I just don't think, you know, I think they're better used for other units, like maybe, you know, somebody that doesn't have any offensive surge at all. Like I would put these on Rebel Troopers, perhaps. You know, I could see that being a better option. But that's just my opinion. Love to hear what you guys think. But tenacity is going to be really nice. You know, melee attack, which they definitely want to do. If you're wounded or have one or more of your minis have been defeated, you can add a red die. Now they don't have red dice for attack anyway in melee, so that's great. And they have offensive surge, so that red die is going to be almost a guaranteed hit. And you're probably going to have at least a wound or have somebody been defeated, because these guys are, you know, they're going to survive, but they have like no defensive ability whatsoever. They got the white defense die with no defensive surge, so damage comes for these guys, they're going to soak a bunch of it. So you may want to even consider running Chewbacca with a couple of these guys to help ensure that they have 4 units still alive by the time they get into melee range with you, so they can really come in and just swipe, and maybe try and kill one of your commanders or something like that. So yes, they look really cool, and you know, I really like the idea of maybe running Han Solo and Chewbacca and a bunch of Wookiees. Let's just go liberate Kashyyyk with a couple. Of course, we have to bring 3 core units along with us, but there's a lot of interesting build possibilities that can be run with the Wookiee Warriors. And that is it, guys. So I want to thank you all for watching this video. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Don't forget to check out Crabbok.com. You can hop over into my Discord and say hi. You can follow me on Twitter and on Facebook. I've been trying to post more stuff to those social media outlets as well, and you know, and I change it up for various ones. Sometimes I like the 3D photos. I'm putting more of those on Facebook and putting more like random thoughts and, you know, jokey stuff on Twitter. But I mean, you don't really have to. If you want to, you can. It's like, I don't think it really benefits me one way or the other. It's just something I do for fun, and what is another way to interact with you guys as well. Big thanks to my patrons on Patreon as well. You guys definitely help make this happen. So I want to thank you all so much for watching, and as always, have a great day.